I just wanted to visit a little bit and give you some insight to who Ladd and I are. I went to get him for part of this conversation, but he was about to throttle a couple of college kids he hired to help him with the demo, so he was in no mood to be conversing with anybody. But what I wanted to say is that I know everyone thinks Bill and Hillary are Arkansas's power couple, and yeah, they're pretty famous and popular, and they've done some great things. But truthfully, Ladd and I have really coined that term. Before we got married, we were both in. I was in kind of a situation. I was a single mom living in a trailer, and I woke up one day and I thought, this isn't going to work. I got to get an education. So I put myself through nursing school. Ladd kind of had the same story. He put himself through beauty school, hanging chickens at night at Tyson. We both had goals that we wanted to achieve. I had been told by a colleague that I worked with, he said, "You'll never finish." And I asked him why he thought that, because it never occurred to me that if I started something, I wouldn't finish it. But he said, "You're a single mom." He just said, "The odds are against you." And that kept me going through nursing school. When Ladd and I got married, we just kept on achieving things, setting goals, and looking for opportunities. Ladd had sold some property to a local bank, and we walked out of the title company with the biggest check we'd ever seen in our lives, and we knew we had to invest it in something, so we opened a fitness center. This was in 1996. That was an absolute disaster. We just started out too big and for our little town, but we learned a lot from that. I would probably say that was our biggest business failure. Not too long after that, I decided to start a magazine. I was working full-time as a nurse. I had 2 small children, and Ladd had a client that had started one in a neighboring city, and I thought, man, I can do that. And I did it, and it was great. I had that for 2 years before I sold it. We just got success story after success story, but I think the important part is we did it together. We took what we had and what we knew, and we just made a success out of it. We have a hard time with anyone telling us we can't do something, or it's impossible to do, or unlikely that we can make it happen. And we feed off that. We thrive off of it, and it makes us work harder to achieve our goals. And that's something that we've tried to instill in our children. Set a goal, work towards it, and whatever it takes. I think that's the key phrase, whatever it takes. We've worked 2 and 3 jobs if we had to get where we are today. Growing up, I had 3 goals in life, 3 things that I wanted that to me as a young person said that I was successful. One was a convertible, one was a house with stairs, and the other was a swimming pool. Well, I got all those things. Just this last year, we sold our dream home. I don't know why we did that, but we're kind of semi-homeless right now. We're living in one of our rent houses. I sold my Mercedes convertible last year to buy a Tahoe. I don't even know why I did that. I thought I needed the space. And then Ladd, he actually put an underground pool in all by himself. He bought a kit and hired a little help, and he just did it. It was pretty awesome. So I kind of felt like the climb and getting there was the awesome fun part, and then I had it all, and it's like, okay, let's do something different. So we're kind of thinking about getting a camper and living in it while we complete this renovation. We haven't convinced ourselves that's the best route to go yet, but I don't know, it kind of sounds like fun. So we'll go from living in a 3,500 square foot, gorgeous, beautiful home on 2 acres to a tiny little camper. I may have to get slide outs. That may be the only way. That may be the only way I can tolerate that. But anyway, so I just wanted to share a little bit about our story and who we are, and I hope that helps you guys see a little bit more of our character.